যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তো বলে একলা চলো রে। যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তো বলে একলা চলো রে। একলা চলো, একলা চলো, একলা চলো, একলা চলো রে। যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না। I heard this song for the first time when it was selected as the theme song for Swachh Bharat Abhiyan almost 5 years ago. I liked it so much that I have set it as the ringtone for my mobile. Every time my phone rings, it gives me a kind of happy and positive feeling listening to this song. So late did I get to know that this was the famous song Ekla Chalo Re, written in Bengali by Sri Rabindranath Tagore. Hello everyone, this is Dheeraj talking to you about the most famous Bengali writer, Sri Rabindranath Tagore ji. The only Nobel laureate from India in the field of literature. The person famously hailed as Gurudev, Vishwakavi, and many more such titles. The very such person, Sri Rabindranath Tagore, even after 80 years after his death, he is still loved, remembered, and shown lots of respect from almost all the Bengalis. What are such important and crucial things about him that he is able to inspire and get space in the hearts and thoughts of such a large sect of people for this long time, almost 80 years after his death? Like they always say, an artist may die, but the art will flourish till the time sun shines. I personally never had this kind of feeling of getting affiliated or so much connected to a writer or any artist per se. Nor did I find any such connection in my last 25 years of age whenever I interacted with people from length and breadth of the country. I never found a single person who is so much connected to his or her regional artists, maybe someone hailing from their mother tongue. But this one separate set of people, Bengalis, almost everyone whom I have interacted with, they have this kind of special love and interest towards the works of Tagoreji. Of late, maybe because of some accidental reads or a kind of interest I developed in him after watching a couple of movies which were made out of his novels, I started finding his work very interesting. Every time I get in touch with any of his works, maybe his writings, maybe the plays, the acts, or the movies adapted from his works, I just feel myself transcended from this world and just feel myself sitting there at the very right place where the act is going on, the story is running around. Then I started to know about him. I started to read a lot about him, his journey, his learnings, his preachings. This very concept of his lack of interest in the formal school education is one thing which pulled me a lot. He always had this opinion that formal school education for children is same as caging a parrot and feeding it to death. And later in his life, when he set up his school, Shantiniketan, the most interesting, progressive, and a concept of its own kind. A school where teachings are done under the trees. A vast area where people, the learning children, are free to roam around, learn from nature, start loving nature. I'm just pulled away by his thoughts. But somewhere, somehow, I had this kind of thought coming out. Why is Rabindranath Tagore not so much welcomed or not so much known to the people outside Bengal? He has been a great artist in various fields, absolutely great lyricist. Janaganamana, the national anthem of this country, Amar Shonar Bangla, the national anthem of Bangladesh, and even the national anthem of Sri Lanka was inspired from one of his works. The kind of poetry he made, Gitanjali, the work for which he was awarded, or in fact respected with Nobel Prize, Sonar Tari, and the kind of drama works he delivered, Daggar, Chandalika, a fitting slap on the untouchability and other oppressions happening within the Indian society. The kind of absolutely fantabulous fiction work he made, Gare Bere, Gora, and the collection of short stories which goes unending. When he has done this much of commendable and impeccable contribution, that all his works were translated into various languages all around the world, why is that he is probably less known to other parts of the country? Maybe that some kind of medium did not develop, or maybe a regional artist 100 years ago had just remained as a regional artist for today, although he has been an international celebrated figure at that time. Countries used to request his invites. They used to invite him to pay visit to their country, pledging $1 million for every visit to Shantiniketan. Such humongous was his presence, such expensive people felt was his presence. So I started to work on this. I started to bring this untold saga of Rabindranath Tagore to that part of the country, that part of the world which probably did not get an exposure to know more about him. In this, I'm going to recite one stanza from his most famous The Gardener poem of 1915, which he addressed to a reader sitting 100 years later from his work. It reads this way. Who are you, reader, reading my poems 100 years hence? I cannot send you one single flower from this wealth of the spring, one single streak of gold from yonder clouds. Open your doors and look abroad. From your blossoming garden gather fragrant memories of the vanished flowers of 100 years before. In the joy of your heart, may you feel the living joy that sang one spring morning, sending its glad voice across 100 years. Just close your eyes and repeat what I've recited just now. You'll understand the depth of his writings. Stay tuned, my dear friends. I'm going to come back with a detailed review of each and every of his writings whenever I finish reading his works. Till then, stay happy, stay positive, stay safe, keep spreading love. Bye bye. Dheeraj signing off.